Albertino. He's just sitting there looking so cute. Oh, cute! Hey guys, so I'm here today with Albert, who's gurgling his way. Hopefully he'll be okay for the duration of this video. And every month Channel Mum give us topics to do. This month was hauls, which I've already done, and I did a mini haul for our latest update video. And if I do any more hauls, I will be broke, so I won't be doing any more hauls for now. So hauls was one of them, and contraception was the other one, which is what I'm going to talk to you about today. Apologies, I don't really need to apologise for Albert's trumping. You all know he's the most fartiest child ever. During my VidCon, he basically just farted his whole way through it, and he's doing exactly that right now. Okay, so for several years before I was married, I had the coil, and it wasn't the Marina coil. I had a copper coil with no hormones whatsoever. That worked really well until it moved. I didn't have periods for 7 years for various health reasons, and when I did eventually get my period, it was so heavy that it moved the coil, and the period after that was extremely painful. So I went to the doctors, and she basically took it out there, and then she said it had completely moved right down, that I didn't even feel it coming out. So after that I went on the normal contraceptive pill. I've always been cautious about the pill because there's so many different types that can have so many different effects. But the one I went on was, I can't even remember, but it worked well for me. There was no kind of weight gain, hormonal issues, nothing. It worked really well. I stayed on that then right up until 2013 when we decided to start trying for Sebastian. So yeah, I came off the pill for several months before I actually was able to conceive Sebastian. I didn't think I was going to be able to, but after obviously I got pregnant with Sebastian, after that I decided to go back on the pill. And I noticed that every now and then I would get really severe migraines. Before I went back to the doctor to complain about the migraines, or if I went because I needed some more pill, I don't know. He said, do you get migraines? And I said, yes, I have had a few. And he said, well, you have to stop your periods right there. I didn't know that a sudden fluctuation in hormones is what causes migraines. So if you do get them, you cannot take the combination pill. But he said, don't worry, we'll give you the mini pill. And I was like, oh my god, I've never taken the mini pill. Am I going to be crazy, cranky? Am I going to bleed all the time? Am I going to... Albert! I just decided that I didn't want anything. I didn't want any hormones in my body whatsoever. So something that had always interested me was natural family planning. And it does come with risks. And obviously there's barrier methods such as condoms and things, but natural family planning is basically where you will calculate your ovulation, and you don't do the deed between, I think, 5 days before, 6 days before, and up to 6 days after. So it could be like 2 weeks, or a few days after. I can't remember now. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure it's kind of that window of 2 weeks. You just don't do the deed in that time. Because you only actually have a 48 to 72 hour window in which to conceive. After that, your egg will actually start to break away. It's not good, and that's kind of your window lost. And not many people actually realise that. So what I've always done is basically just done ovulation tests, and as soon as that line starts to get dark, I've charted it for a month or two. We've always used barrier methods, and then once I've kind of got an idea as to when and what's happening, we have avoided that window. So at the moment, the way things stand now, as you guys know, before Chris was told he was going to have to go on chemo, so we decided that we were going to conceive Albert. We conceived Albert, and as soon he stayed on the previous medication that was horrendous, the interferon. That's why he changed to the chemo, because it was so bad. He stayed on that for as long as he could until we conceived him, and then he switched to the chemotherapy. So there's no real studies to say. Chemotherapy is genotoxic. It can destroy the DNA, but there's no evidence in it in humans. It's only evidence in it in mice. And even then, it's a bit of a kind of, there's an unclearness. There's no one really knows kind of like what the effects are. I know of children that have been conceived from chemotherapy that are completely healthy. I know of children conceived after chemotherapy that are completely healthy. So no one really knows. But what it does do is it reduces the sperm count. It massively reduces your sperm, the morphology of your sperm, and therefore reduces your sperm count. So the likeliness of us getting pregnant at the moment is actually quite low. I didn't realise that if you're breastfeeding, as long as you're feeding, I think it's up to 4 times a day, you are probably unlikely going to be ovulating. So if you're not ovulating, you're not going to make a baby. So breastfeeding in itself is obviously going to help, you know. It's people say it's a good contraceptive. It isn't. Definitely don't rely on breastfeeding. But you know, and of course we have been told as well to avoid getting pregnant while he's on chemotherapy, to use barrier methods on top. So that's kind of what we've been doing. As you guys know, we do want to have a third, and so if it happens now, whilst it wouldn't be ideal, it wouldn't be ideal at all. We wouldn't be unhappy about it. Whether that baby and whether if I got pregnant it would be a viable pregnancy, again, it's yet to be seen. I don't know. Would we be irresponsible getting pregnant while he was on chemotherapy? Probably, probably not. Nobody knows because no studies have been done on it. It's all a bit of a grey area. So if we had decided we didn't want any more, then it would be very different, and I probably would look at, you know, a coil again, or I would look at other methods of contraception. I'd explore it a bit more then. But things like the injection and the implant are just not things that have been really appealed to me. I'm not a big fan of hormones in my body. That's just me. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. It's a pretty quick video, just a rundown of kind of our, you know, of my contraceptive history and our current contraception. If you like this video, please click like and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And yeah, take care. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.